pushing the pylon. Jim here. A little different than how you normally see me in podcast form. We're still here in the good old arena with all of our fans. Had to put a video out today. One, most importantly in my head before today, was to give out the picks for the AFC and NFC championship games. But you may have heard, unless you've been under a rock or don't have technology all day, to which I ask, how are you watching this? Tom Brady retirement announcement blew up the internet. And I say it like that, and I was originally going to say Tom Brady retired today, but we don't know if that's true or not. Early in the day, we hear Adam Schefter and Jeff Darlington co-break that Tom Brady has informed those in the sources that he is retired. A 22-year career finished. Most recently losing to the LA Rams just a short week ago. Made sense. You know, Tom Brady started to talk about his priorities needing to be with his family now later in his life. He lost. His team is in the middle of a huge contract year with a lot of their stars where they need to either pay them or rebuild or move on. There's just so much uncertainty in that situation that it would make perfect sense for Tom to consider retirement. However, a couple hours after all of this, a couple hours after everyone gives Tom Brady his roses, an hour or two, I don't even know how long it was between, but Twitter blew up. Everyone tweeted their best memories and what they want to say to Tom Brady and how much of a fan he's made him. And then we find out that apparently it started off where Bruce Arians, head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, didn't hear about Tom Brady's retirement yet. They then interview Tom Brady's father, and he says there's been no decision made yet. And then we hear the news that Tom Brady personally called the GM of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to tell him he is nowhere near making a decision on retirement yet. Nowhere near. Do I believe that part of it? No. But there's good reason to believe that this news story got out earlier than Tom Brady wanted it to. We all know Tom Brady is big on making videos, the montages with the music in the background overlaying it after big wins at the end of the season, at the start of a season. Really, anytime there's something big going on. So to think that he would bow out after this legendary GOAT career without some highly produced video to commemorate it seems a little odd. No, I didn't expect him to have a farewell tour before he retired. If you listen to him in the past, you know that's probably not how he was going to go out. He was just going to decide one year to retire. And last year seemed like the perfect time, too. He won a Super Bowl, first year with a new team. He wanted to ride off in the sunset, got the Super Bowl, proved he didn't need Belichick. See ya. But he didn't. He came back this year, and even though he didn't win the playoffs, he puts up a near, I say near because I don't think he's going to win it ultimately, MVP season. Tampa Bay Bucks win their division. Tampa Bay Bucks host home games in the playoffs. Just insanity that he was able to do this so late in his career, leading the league in multiple passer stats. Multiple. Which, there's another tweet I saw earlier comparing him to other quarterbacks where they ranked in the league their last year. Drew Brees, number 20. Phillip Rivers, number 17. Peyton Manning, bottom 5. Ben Roethlisberger, bottom 5. We witnessed something incredible in this 22-year career that we may or may not ever see again. I say that because I'm seeing all of these posts saying, okay, well, we'll never see someone this good again. Well, no one will ever come close to Tom Brady again. And that may be true. That Patrick Mahomes is the guy that I think, personally, could rival a lot of these Brady records. I mean, let's just look at the fact that, this is his 4th year as a starting quarterback in the NFL. The first year, he lost in overtime to Tom Brady, who ended up going to the Super Bowl in the AFC Championship. The year after that, he wins the Super Bowl. The year after that, he loses in the Super Bowl to Tom Brady. And now this year, he's one game away from going to the Super Bowl a 3rd straight season. And potentially win another Super Bowl already. 50% of his starting career, he's won a Super Bowl in, if so. It's preposterous to kind of count out Patrick Mahomes as someone who can become the GOAT. He may not play 22 years. No one's saying that. Especially his play style, I think, is much more likely to cause him to retire much closer to 10 or 15 than 15 or 20. This comes from, I think I'm pronouncing it right, Spotrac. It's Michael Giannetti. He's a co-founder of the Spotrac company. It's all about player contracts, payroll, salary cap breakdowns, etc. He says, for what it's worth, $15 million of Tom Brady's $20 million signing bonus from last March is set to be paid out February 4th. February 4th is the big day that Tom Brady is owed $15 million from his signing bonus from last year. Maybe he wanted to wait until after February 4th to announce he's retired to make sure that contract stays valid and that he gets that money. And for what it's worth, I think the Super Bowl is going to be, a week after that, I believe? Yeah, I believe it's the second week of February this year, the first full week. But it would be better timing for Tom Brady to just announce retirement after the season's over, become the big news of the offseason. I mean, he would already, but after the Super Bowl anyway, so the Super Bowl winner doesn't crowd over that announcement. I think it's important to realize that Tom Brady could very well be retiring, and we very well could have seen Tom Brady's last game, last touchdown pass, you name it. But it may just not be official for a couple more weeks.